And now, Gio's 6 mere improvements of the basic writing class in his rendition of the writing reflection Tango. High school definition, feedback, beliefs, narrative. High school definition, feedback, beliefs, narrative. He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd had been there, if you'd had read them, I bet you would have done the same. High school definition, feedback, beliefs, narrative. High school definition, feedback, beliefs, narrative. Back in the good old days, I had these little habits that got me down, like AP essays. AP essays liked to time you. No, not time. Demand. So, I'm sitting in class, answering the prompt, when my mind starts wandering off. And I rant, and I said, don't go off answering at a different point in the essay, or your essay won't get a good score. And I did. So, I took the time to process what I actually had to answer into my head. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd had been there, if you had read it, I bet you would have given it a 1. When I entered this class, I did not think my writing style would be on par, but Professor said it was not difficult to pass the class, and we begun writing right away. I'd show my journals, she would open and question. I'd edit my paper, she'd approve. It was like heaven in 2.5 pages. And then I found out, easy, she told me. Easy it was. Not only was I able to write it in the way I usually write, oh no, but with the help of the concept map, I was able to piece my words together in a reasonable way. You know, I think this was the first time since freshman year of high school that my essays were better. He had it coming. He had it coming. He used the concept map for help. Oh yes, he used it, but he abused it. It was recommended for some help. Now, I'm reading all the feedback from my classmates, thinking about ways I can incorporate into the essays, mind my own business, and in comes many concerns and a reasonable rage. Why do you think people are so invested in other people's lives? They said. It was crazy, and I kept on screaming, try rewording it! And then I took their feedback. I took their feedback for the first time. If you had been there, if you had read it, I bet you would have done the same. Oh, I had to do something. Oops. When we were assigned this essay, I knew it was going to be a challenge politically due to the fact that some of us might have different beliefs. Now, for the last essay of the semester, we did perspective, decisions, identifying, peer review, one right after the other. Well, this one night before it's due, I'm writing my essay, stating my beliefs. When I look back at the old essay and begin to read them, I come back, we read the current essay, and there was a lot of improvement. Well, I was in such a state of shock and tiredness, I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later when I was doing the reflections I even knew that it was because of supporting details and references. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. If I abused it, but I improved it, how could you tell me that I was wrong? They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. My writing improved with no time limit. How could you tell me that I was wrong? I loved my trip and my narrative essay more than I could possibly say. It was sad it had to end the way it did, but I would have been troubled if I had continued writing as like how I used to be. With the quick writes and journals entries, they have helped me with quick thinking, details, storytelling, and word count. I guess you can say I broke up with my old self because of artistic differences. He saw himself alive, and I saw him dead. Bad writing skills, bad writing skills. They had it coming, they had it coming, they had it coming all along. My writing improved with no time limit. How could you tell me that I was wrong? He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you had read them, I bet you would agree with me. Feedback, journals, quick writes, supporting detail, word count, improvement.